Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Excuse me. Just had breakfast. Somebody wanted me, and I'm probably going to mispronounce names and so forth. That. Excuse me. I'm not too good with names. So, Dager's Den. He was working on his risers, and apparently they stripped out. And I was explaining how I had done something. I learned it from Red Ryder's dad, and I don't think he has a channel, but he responded different things. We were talking back and forth, and his was, I guess, I don't know how all YouTube really works and everything, but he, your moniker or name, Big Ugly Guy, something like that. I could be saying this wrong. I'm sorry if I am. But here, let me explain what I did. I'll turn it around here. And I can't take credit for this, and I often... That's why I try and read or check out stuff, but especially YouTube. What he suggested, and he did, they did it on their primary. You drill the center out through there, and of course you've already got, say the hole's too big. I don't know if you could do it on risers. I guess you could, because you're just making a sturdy, solid Time-Cert helicoil. And thinking back, I used to do this when I worked at the hospital. I worked in the psych ward. And they would break up the furniture. So I would put brass inserts and then screws to put the furniture back together. So it's kind of like that. But yeah, you drill down through here. And of course, the size has to be correct for this. I've got a chart on the wall. I got some stuff here, then I got another chart over there. But drill it down, thread it for the bolt you want. Then you got a hollow bolt with the good threads. Then, and in my case, it was for the inside over there on that bolt that you can see. They had already went to the next size, so I just used it as a insert. Then I got it, put red Loctite. I screwed it into the aluminium, and then I cut the head off, and there you have the insert. Now, whether that can be done on risers, I would think so. But yeah, then that way, because when I got the bike, it had the normal size bolts, 3 of them, and this one here was huge, the next size up, because they had stripped it. So instead of putting a Time-Cert or something, so like I say, watching Red Ryder's channel, I seen what she did and put that sleeve in there with the threads, and then chop the head off. So I mean that make perfect sense. Once I see something, then I can adapt it, to my situation, and maybe others can also. Excuse me. On the rotor front, I never did get this straight. Then I ordered one, but of course then either it came wrong, or you can see here this is for a let's see, front rotor. So I got to send this back. So I found a used one on eBay. I was wondering why the hole was too big in the center. I mean, I had a thing up here that I had put, that's for like, but I didn't think, it just wasn't right. So I sent that back. Let's see. Oh, still working on Well, got that mounted up, but it's underneath. It's not where it's supposed to be, but I've got to clear that pipe. There's just no room. Let me see if I can turn the light on. See, I had to put it underneath. There's just no room there. So I don't know what the difference. I mean, that's the original mount there and everything from the frame. This is from Wyatt Gatling. So that's the way I did it. It's a little bit lower here. Of course, I don't have the right one here. The mounts are actually just spaced out. The floorboards are the same for all those years, but they just stuck the where they attach, instead of 8 inches, they're 10 inches or 10 and a quarter or something under there. So, and brake pedal is coming. Like I say, these are, you know, those are supposed to be like stock. Meg say, you know, did that, plugged that off over there and everything. So, well, heck, I'm confused. There's another good guy, Frost Cycle. He's not on very much. I think he has a little bit of a health problem. He's from Ohio. He does some great videos too. Got quite the nice farm he has out there in Ohio. Then this side, I went ahead and took the peg out of the original one because the peg was too short and wouldn't fit in the heim joint. So I think I can utilize the original shovel head that I've had for a long time. I had my original heel one, but that broke off years ago and it's lost on the highway. So all it has is the front part. So I found this. Painted that up. Because the Delcron cases kind of are extra fat, this was really jamming on that plug. So I went ahead and just slightly scalloped those so I could pivot this. Some people actually heat this up and kind of twist it this way. I thought I would do that and use that as the pivot point there. So waiting on that. I don't know if I can use my old shift lever. Don't know if it's needed. This one might be just fine. That type of Sputh transmission comes in at the top rather than down at the bottom. So it's kind of like the newer kind of transmissions, I guess. Well, let's see. Oh, and big thank you to Slick. Shout out on his channel. I guess I never thought I would go anywhere with this channel. I mean, my channel, I guess. It started off like little clips of old movies and then little explores and buildings that I've worked at, like the old Robertson's department store. A friend of mine down the street, Randy, he and I wandered throughout the old escalators that have been walled up. And then it just, I don't know, being retired, tired of talking to myself, I guess. So I thought I would just, it's good to get other people's ideas because that's what I like about, I'm not a big Facebook thing, but Shovelhead for Dummies, they've helped me. And there's several Shovelhead and Evo folks, used to be forums. HarleyTalking.com, I was one of the first ones that started that, and then it lasted about 10 years, but we didn't get any new members, and then it closed down. I'm sure there still are forums. So there's many of places that, you can go and get information, which is great. You used to have to traipse to the library, and then hopefully the book wasn't checked out. I know, I used to go look at those, the National Geographic books. But, well, thanks for stopping by. And hope everybody has a great weekend. And I'm kind of soldiering on. I did find an old bag I had, so I put it on there. Gotta carry something. And I remember my other shovel head, every once in a while I'd foul a plug out, so I always keep one in my pocket. Eventually I'll probably put the saddlebags back on. But, and then I did get this, but I got to fix it. It's broke here. So I'll pull it back off. I want to make sure I made the grommet for there and the sleeve. But I'll pull it back off and weld it, and that'll be fine. Well, other than that, it's about it. Catch you guys later. Hope I didn't butcher people's names up too bad, and peace. Safe out there.